get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff, so I make sure I even a line and come talk on stages like this.
Man,
We get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff, so I make sure I even a line and come talk on stages like this.
Man, I was flooded with millions of dollars from the time I was 16, and I woke up one morning and I was like, damn, they got me. Man, look at the shit I spoke about. Look at the shit I put in these people's ears. Man, I feel very wrong about a lot of things. How many lives I actually am responsible for when it comes to my music? How many kids and people have gotten in a car or put this shit in their ears and actually went hurt someone? And now I'm sitting back like, damn.
It's weird. I've been having these weird feelings lately, and that's kind of why I didn't want to do this song, Shake It, or like any drill songs, because it's like these songs are activating like these demons that I killed. I don't want to be that girl anymore. Like, I just want to be a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that old Cardi anymore.
I want to be a city girl.
She ain't gonna be no city girl.
So Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
No. I want her raised totally different. Like, you know, I don't even want her to even see the light of day like that. Like, I really want her to just be like, you know, like level-headed, a schoolgirl, and just on a whole nother wave.
Shalom. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. Real quick, as you see in this clip, man, these rappers, all right, these famous rappers, they are regretting their careers. Okay, they are regretting their careers, and I want to pause it right here as you see this camera pan out on the NBA YoungBoy, this rapper NBA YoungBoy, and his jacket. Okay, this jacket with all these demons and skulls on it, you know, is very demonic, and that represents death. As I said in my last video, that represents death, man. All right, and death is what's being promoted and pushed here. So these rappers, they and you always see it when they first come in. They, you know, the music is positive and, you know, uplifting and cheerful. But as, you know, an album or two go in, you know, or a mixtape or two go in, it starts to get very, very demonic. All right, it starts to get very evil. And the guy Meek Mill said that they paid him more to rap about negative stuff like that, man. You know, killing and popping wives and doing drugs, popping people wives and doing drugs, which is adultery, doing drugs. That drill music shit. They get paid more for that, man. All right, why? Because they are pushing, you know, vibrations. Okay, and also with these songs, the labels cast, you know, demons upon these songs. So you listen to these songs, and Jake will get in the car, and like he said, will get in the car and, you know, go do, you know, act out what these individuals are talking about in these songs. And a lot of these rappers, they don't even live like the way they talk about in those songs, or never even live that lifestyle at all. But that's what gets paid, or that's what gets them paid. Why is that? Because they want to push a demonic agenda to our people. You know, predominantly you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians. They want to keep you locked up and keep you in prison. All right, which I saw a post. I may put it up later, but it said how these rappers, you know, they send their kids to private schools while your kids are being sent to prison and to the graves via their music. All right, you know, there's a whole thing where, you know, these record labels came together and they had pulled in all these artists, and they told them to, because before rap used to be, you know, uplifting and, you know, poetic, and it used to be about, you know, the struggle and stuff. But now it's become something else, because these small hats who run these labels, they do this on purpose. All right, and Meek Mill said that, you know. Let me grab a few scriptures. It says Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 5. It says, let me go up to verse 2. It says, it is better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. So we're not supposed to be in the house of feasting, you know, all about partying and clubbing and, you know, always trying to be on the scene. It's better to be in the house of mourning. It says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness the countenance of the heart is made better. And you see they all sound sad now. They all sound all sad, and they done, you know, partied and made all this money and the whole nine, but they're in their spirits are jacked up. It says the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. It says it is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. And that's what is being played all the time on the radio. All right, this is what's being pushed to the masses all day, every day. You know, you got young Jakes that's, you know, rapping word for word these songs, and you know there's a lot of wickedness behind that, man. All right, a lot of wickedness behind that. It says, let me go here. It says Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26. It says the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. Okay, so you see these Jakes, you know, they're feeling bad for, you know, the vibrations they have pushed in the world for what they, you know, rap about in their music, because ultimately, you know, all Jakes are inherently righteous. Okay, all you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians, you are inherently righteous because you are the, you know, the people of the Most High. So certain things, you know, you see Jakes, they're not quick to jump into these other nations. But it says, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. So the way of these devils, the Edomites, because Jake go into this rap stuff, and they doing it for the money. All right, so if they tell them they're gonna pay you more money to rap about this and that and the third, Jake does it. All right, that's the way of the wicked seducing them. And now you see they all sad. They you know, they have a bunch of regret. All right, they have a bunch of regret, and that's because they realize that, you know, now it's, you know, you come into the time where you're gonna have to stand before the Lord, and the Lord is going to judge you according to your works. All right, whether they be good or bad. It says Proverbs chapter 11 verse 4, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. You see, so righteousness is what's going to deliver you from death, and riches cannot save you. You can have a $10 million, $100 million, $10 billion. That's not going to save you from the wrath of Yahawah when it comes. At the end of the day, we all going to have to stand before that judgment seat. And these Jakes, you know, they're Israelites. They know and they feel it. You know, even this harlot, she says she don't want her daughter to be a summer girl. I mean, what did she say? A city girl. She don't want her daughter to be a city girl, but they was pushing that onto all these younger women. All right, this generation is through. They're completely gone, and they're being influenced by. This is why they pay all these so-called influencers all this money, because you're influencing the people to do, you know, what you want them to do. So she says she don't want her daughter to be a city girl, but she done promoted this to all of your daughters. Okay, you see. So we in that time where the Lord is about to really do something in this earth, and people feel it. They feel the shift. Okay, they feel the shift, and all you Jakes that's doing wickedness, you gonna, you know, be ashamed for all the evil that you have done. All right, let's go here. It says because really, you know, that's pretty much selling out. Let me give. It says exchange, which we bring this out often, but it's something that you have to really consider and, you know, get into. It says Mark chapter 8 verse 35. It says, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. And I always go into this topic because, hey, you know, I felt that before, man. You know, when I was in high school, I started making music in middle school, but I started recording music in high school. And I had it where people, you know, my music was going all around the high school. People was playing my songs at parties. I would go to a party, people be playing my music. If I was at the park, people would be in the parking lot playing my music. And I seen, you know, the impression it had, you know what I mean? And there was a lot of people that I inspired to make music as well. I inspired a lot of people to make music, you know, showed a lot of people how to make music. And they started pushing a bunch of demonic stuff as well. You know, so, you know, hey, that's not good. But when I first started making music, it wasn't like that. It was, you know, more positive, you know, more struggle rap and stuff. And then it became more, you know, demonic and negative, and because that's what sells. Okay, that's what sells, and you know, that's what's being promoted. So, and I noticed that whenever, you know, even to myself when I was making music, and I saw that little shift or that change, my music started to get more recognition. You know, it started to go places. I started to be doing shows. I started to travel and, you know, go to different states doing shows. All right, so this is the world that we live in. This world is, you know, wicked, and this is how Satan, you know, gets you. He wants you He wants to use you. You see, you either being used by the Most High or you're being used by Satan on this side. It says, verse 36, for what shall it profit a man, though you get all that money, all the fame and riches, if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? And that's what you see in those individuals, that's why they was looking all sad and sick in the face, because they done gained all this money and riches and notoriety and fame, which really a lot of that money ain't even theirs. Okay? They're in debt more than anything. It says, and shall lose his own soul, because you're going to be destroyed. Okay? You're going to be destroyed. It says, or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? And a lot of people sell out. They when they sell out, they make a sacrifice. They sacrifice a loved one, to Satan, because Satan requires a sacrifice. So just like the Lord requires a sacrifice, we're making our bodies a living sacrifice. Satan requires a sacrifice as well. So they end up sacrificing a loved one. They you got like Dwayne Wade. They sacrifice their children to this, Moism. You have to sacrifice your manhood. A lot of these rappers begin, meeting the black couch, the casting couch, okay, to get them deals. You see, it says who's running the music industry? The small hats, the so-called Jewish people. Okay, it says, whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. Right. So if you're ashamed of this word and serving Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, you're going to be ashamed in that day. You see, and people will call us, think that we squares for teaching the Bible. People think that we're lame or whatever. And I remember when I was making music. I was like, I was already on a low level celebrity, man. It was like, people, knew me, and even with women. I was able to get women like no tomorrow, because in their mind they thought that, okay, this person could blow up, this person can make it, this person could become a millionaire or whatever. And people, they would treat me differently, But, then when you come into this truth, you are back in, and I remember I made a conscious decision when I realized that the music industry was wicked as hell, satanic, demonic. Like I always mention, I had record deals on the table. I was getting emails, people was trying to, fly me out for meetings with labels and stuff, and I had, I read them damn those contracts, and I couldn't even understand the writing. They have something called it's like when you're reading a contract or something, they ain't using the most simplest words, to put it like that. Okay, you got to get a lawyer to look over that stuff. But I went and look into the industry and stuff, and I said, damn, you know what, to say it for me, because it was wicked, it was satanic as hell. And I remember I made a conscious decision that I was going to just be broke. I was going to suffer. My goal was get my family out of this, out of the ghetto and shit. But hey, we gonna be in the ghetto, because I ain't finna go in there and sell my soul or my whole for no damn body. All right. And that was the conscious decision I had to make. But them rappers, they, that's why NBA Youngboy, he said, damn, they got me. Yeah, they got you. You sold out. Okay, let me grab this too. It says, let me grab this too. What's that? I believe that's Romans. Bear with me 1 second. Oh, nope, it's right here. It says, let's go right here. And Lord, we can close out with this. It says 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse, I'll go to verse 3. It says, and if any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, if you rapping about killing, slanging, drugs, and drug dealing, and committing adultery and with somebody's wife and Gucci flip-flops, hey, that's not wholesome words. It says, even the words of our Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness. We're teaching a doctrine that is according to godliness. These rappers, they're teaching also, but it's a doctrine according to wickedness. All right, and this guy said they get paid more for that. They get paid more for that. It says, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doteth about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, and evil surmisings, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds, and destitute of the truth. You don't have the truth. You see, these people don't have the truth, and this is why you see a lot of times these celebrities, they may say something about the Hebrew Israelites, or they may, make a mention, or you see them, like Kodak Black talking about the 12 tribes of Judah, Kanye talking about the 12 tribes of Judah, because these individuals, they're watching the men of the Lord, and really they wish they was where are we at, though we, still, broke, Okay, we are good. Okay, through the spirit of Yahawadah, and that's why the Lord said to be content. Because hey, though you catch hell and the little hell you go through, you got to work and yeah, but you are better off than somebody who has to answer to a damn record label that's demonic and have you doing all type of satanic stuff, man. If you knew the things these people do behind closed doors, you wouldn't idolize. You would never pay to go to one of their shows or even want to listen to their music. All right, they have to do rituals, man. Okay, they have made pacts with Satan. These individuals be drinking blood and piss and you know eating feces and you know all type of stuff, man. Okay, it's a shame to speak of what they do in secret. It says, and that's why you saw how sad they looked when they was asked them. They asked that one harlot, would you want your daughter to be a city girl? No, I want her to be a school girl. So she wanted her to be a regular person like everybody else out here. But she climbed her way to that top, or screwed her way to the top, and now she's miserable. It says, destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness. And this is the problem with our people. This is the problem that Esau has put into our minds at a young age, is that gain is godliness. When you rich and you famous, that's godliness. But really it's not. That doesn't come from Yahawadah. That comes from Satan. It says, from such withdraw thyself. So people like that withdraw yourself. And I remember when I realized this, I withdrew myself from the whole music shit overnight. Overnight, people had songs and that was the past. That was old. That was the old me, and I had to be reborn. But godliness with contentment is great gain. So being godliness and with contentment, you got a house, you got a car. You don't need to find this car. You don't need a $2 million car. You don't need a $10 million house. Be content with what you have. It says, for we brought nothing into this world, and it's certain we can carry nothing out. I told the brother that other day. I was, he's talking about his dog, and I said, hey brother, that dog ain't gonna go on the chariot with you, man. So we can't get caught up in these things we have here on this side. All right. It says, for we brought nothing into this world, we are certain we can carry nothing out, and having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts. And the young boy's in jail right now because this nigga was on probation, posting, laid up with a bunch of pills and stuff all around him, man. These guys be heavily, on drugs and stuff. Why? Because they don't want to cope with the reality. They don't like the reality that they're in, because you done sold out. You could be in a $10 million house and be miserable as hell. Not feel at home. It says, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Here's the point, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. And that you saw sorrow in their eyes. It says, but thou, O man of the Most High, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, and meekness. Fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. So there you go. Salaki, I had to, speed it up. But I praise me edifying to the hopeful elect, gonna play it back. And yeah, man, just watch.
We get paid to rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff. So I make sure I even align and come talk on stages like this.
Man, I was flooded with millions of dollars from the time I was 16. And I woke up one morning, I was like, damn, they got me. Man, look at the shit I spoke about.
Yeah.
Look at the shit I put in these people's ears. Man, I feel very wrong about a lot of things. How many lives I actually am responsible for when it comes to my music? How many kids and people have gotten in the car or put this shit in their ears and actually hurt someone? And now I'm sitting back like, damn.
It's weird. I've been having these weird feelings lately, and that's kind of why I didn't want to do this song, Shake It, or like any drill song, because it's like these songs are activating like these demons that I killed. I don't want to be that girl anymore. Like, I just want to be a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that old Cardi anymore.
I want to be a city girl.
She ain't gonna be no city girl.
So Summer ain't allowed to be no city girl?
No. I want her raised totally different. Like, I don't even want her to eat a tea. the light of day like that. Like I really want her to just be like, you know, like level-headed, a schoolgirl, and just on a whole nother way.
So there you go. So I'll keep all the noise in the background. But yeah, you know, you see the, you know, the regret, you know, in their eyes. You see the pain. That's how you know Jake, man, because Esau, they do wicked shit and they don't think twice. Jake thinks twice, because Jake, you know, Jake is like, hey, the Lord be letting Jake know, like, nah, you know this ain't right, you know. And now, them looking back, they're thinking about all the pain and all the blood that's on their hands. And that young boy said, you know, he's responsible for all that, for all the people that listen to this music and go out and act on that shit. Hey, that blood is on your hands, man. All right, so the scripture says the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If you first in this society, then you're gonna be last on the other side, man. You know, you're gonna end up being destroyed here, eat a nuke, and you're gonna be born again in the kingdom of heaven, you know, in your right mind. And that's what these people are. That's why a lot of these guys be, you know, unaliving themselves and shit, because they in hell. You know, you can't escape these curses. You know, no matter how rich or famous you get, you can't escape these curses, man. They still gonna follow you, because it's the Lord. And they found out, like Lil Wayne said in one of his songs, "Oh no, this ain't paradise." All right, so hey, this is why we are grateful that the Lord led us to this truth. We're serving YAHAWASHI in truth and sincerity, because at the end of the day, this right here is what matters. You know, it ain't gonna matter about nothing else when that day come and missiles are raining upon this place. How nice of a car you drove, how much money you made, you know, none of that ain't gonna matter. All that's gonna matter is what you did for Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, which is who you're gonna call God and Jesus. All that's gonna matter is what you did for the Lord, man. If you ain't do nothing for the Lord, or if you did works against the Lord is gonna reward you according to your works. Shalom.